Why are politicians put on a pedestal while citizens are put on a lower rung? Why is it that some people think that politicians have been granted a divine blessing, that, you know, they have some power from I don't know where? The flying spaghetti monster, maybe, I don't know. But some people think that politicians are more than just your average everyday people. And this is a dangerous thought, because what we are implying by saying this, we are saying that the average citizen, like you and me, that kind of thought is saying that we're too stupid, that society is too complex for us. And it really isn't. I mean, politicians have us fooled that everything is too complex. And it's just not the truth. Because what do politicians do? We elect these politicians, and what do they go and do? They go and commit experiments on us. They use us as lab rats. They come up with these policies. They think it'll make us better. Maybe, hopefully, they hope. Hope is a big thing in the political world. Everyone has it, but it barely gets met. We barely see hope. Because what happens? These experiments go belly up. And we're left with the consequences. We're left with a poor economy. We're left with decreased freedom, less money, all this bad stuff, less valuable money when we talk about the Federal Reserve. But that's beside the point. Politicians are no better than citizens. They might have law degrees, but I mean, what is a law degree? I mean, we don't even have laws that are based off of morality anymore. We have laws that condemn people for just being people. I mean, you want to go smoke pot? Nope. You get thrown in jail, son. It's not moral. It's against the law. I mean, there's no reason to have a law degree, because law and morality have lost touch with each other. They might have political science degree, but what does that? That just means they know more theories that they can try on us. And maybe they know a theory that might work, that maybe worked in the past. I mean, there's some shady stuff about it, but no, it doesn't work. A lot of people think that we should have a person with business background and a business degree, which I don't mind, because then they have the fiscal issues right. They know that we need a balanced budget, but I mean, really, we aren't capable of keeping a balanced budget. I keep a balanced budget. Do you keep a balanced budget? I mean, it's just the logical thing to do. You don't want to run in debt. Because what happens when you run in debt? Debt is a killer. Because interest rates. and you know, interest rates will bury you. And sure, the government thinks they can print more money, but that doesn't work. But once again, another tangent. It's the politicians have nothing on us. They have experience in what? Experiments. Their experience is in experiments. They have degrees in what? Nothing. Their degrees are meaningless. Their degrees are meant to put them in power. And it's just, it doesn't work. And I mean, some politicians are great. And I guess if we talk about Bastiat, Frederick Bastiat, there's two types of politicians. There are those who desire to participate in the plunder, that is government, you know, taking money and then using it for self-interest. And there are those who wish, to reverse plunder. And we have very few of these politicians. That is what's scary. And yes, we can go from a transition to having politicians, no politicians, by increasing the number of politicians that want to reverse the plunder, because that's the first step. We need more people like Dr. Ron Paul, Dr. Rand Paul. I mean, that's the Liberty Front for you. I mean, we have two senators, or two congressmen, not senators. Ron gave up his seat to Rand, and that's about it. I mean, At least Obama is whining about Rand. But I mean, two people that fight for us. I mean, that's good, all right. I mean, you might be one of those Republicans that say, "Oh, no, what do you mean? We have conservative values. We want to take part in lessening government plunder. We want a smaller government." But I find that to be not true. In fact, I feel conservative politicians are more in line with participating in plunder than, well, I mean, they're probably equally as bad, Democrats and Republicans, at taking part in plunder. Conservatives are just closet plunderers. they like to pretend that they're not, because their plunder is at a state level. They're okay with an authoritarian government, so long as it's a small one. As long as we just keep it at that local level, it's okay according to the conservative agenda. It's not, and that's the Liberty Front, and it's sad because, you know, we have all these people that we put in false authority. We give them this false authority, and what do? They do experiments on us. They plunder from us, and they take our liberty. It's not right. And the person who raised this question to me, or in fact, I raised this question to him, and he countered with the fact that, why don't you become a politician? And I actively strive to condemn that idea from my brain, because I don't want to become a politician. I don't have, as an individual, I don't have the right to control other individuals. It's just not my right. And to become a politician is to accept force. I mean, sure, I can try to go into the belly of the beast. I can try very hard to reverse plunder. And maybe I could be successful. But it really is not going to help. Because what's going to happen? I'm going to get into position, and if I don't bring enough liberty candidates with me, I'm just going to sit there trying to veto. I suppose if I become a senator, I'd be up there filibustering everything. But I have no will to become a politician. I don't want to rule people. I think individuals have the right to control themselves. And there's no need for the politicians. There really isn't. I mean, perhaps we can make a nice transition to where, you know, the plunder stops and these politicians are gone. But I mean, we're talking hundreds, thousands of years of creating this system where the aristocrats, you know, they put themselves on this pedestal, and we're down here, the citizens. And, you know, we're close. I mean, the liberals think that, oh, hey, we can do it from within. You know, maybe we can plunder ourselves into prosperity, and it's just not going to work. So, I strive you to do its best, and don't think about becoming a politician. Think about becoming an advocate for liberty.